right? So we could go even a lot deeper. Why do you feel like you're not worthy? Why do you feel like you won't make it? Why do you feel like you're not good enough? We could go much, much deeper, okay? We want to identify what it is that's holding you back and you're lacking motivation. It might be that you don't feel that you're good enough, you won't make it, and you're not worthy. You're not worthy of anything. And all that, and that stems from you lacking motivation because deep down, you don't believe it's possible. Okay? So that's what we're doing. We're stripping it back, aren't we? We're stripping back the layers and identifying actually what's actually holding us back from accomplishing what we want. Welcome to the Tiffany Mika podcast. What we do here is build the strength and courage in you to accomplish your big dreams and goals in your sport. No longer will you feel limited. You won't feel you're not good enough. You won't question whether you will make it. Those doubts will disappear because you will have the competitive edge over your opponents and leave them in your wake. And the bonus is others will notice. Listen up and take notes because I will show you exactly how to do it. Hey there, this is Tiff and welcome to the Tiffany Mika podcast. Well, here we are, GPS week round 2. Now, what we're really doing here is we're going to get into the nitty gritty and identify what the problems are that you believe that you are going to encounter by you going after your goals this year. Now, the reason that we want to do this early on, it's great that we've got clear, we've done round 1, and we know what we want. Perfect. We have the vision. But now, what we need to do is we actually need to identify the problems that are going to come up, or the obstacles, the challenges, however you want to explain it, label it. We have to identify what they are going to be that is going to actually hold us back, stop us, challenge us, create problems for us, brick walls that's going to stop us from accomplishing our goals. This requires thought. This requires time. This requires some effort. Because you might be thinking, yeah, Tiff, sure. Yep, I've set my goal. That's all I need to focus on. And you know what? Yes, we do need to focus on our goals. But we also need to be aware that there's some obstacles that actually could come up along the way. And I actually get quite deep into one particular area in this episode through this GPS week because it's so important. Because we're actually going to identify what the root of the problem is. We're going to get much deeper, okay? We need to get deep to understand what's actually going to hold us back so that then we can push through and move forward. Because by you feeling that there's these obstacles that are in your way, but you'll be right, you can just work through them, but you encounter them every single time and you react the same way every single time, it's telling us there's something going on much deeper. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. Make sure that you get your notebook ready. If you do want to see the video, because this is a behind the scenes video, you watch me record it, it is absolutely free. But if you want to also get the worksheet so that you can download it and you have something physical to work on so that you know what I'm talking about, go to tiffanyMika.com/GPS week. Register, like I said, absolutely free. I want you out there accomplishing goals. Do not let anything hold you back or anyone, okay? It's time to get on with it. We've got a big planning session ahead. I want you out there accomplishing your goals. Spend the time planning it out because it's going to be much easier to accomplish because you know what you're in for, okay? All right, so enjoy this episode. Take lots of notes. Download the worksheet, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon. And dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. Hey there, Tiff here. Welcome to another video, our behind the scenes. We're going to be going through round 2, so I'm just going to set the cameras up. Won't be a sec. I'm just going to hit play on that camera over there. So that's going to help with our editing, and then we're going to get started, okay? That was simple, wasn't it? Okay. GPS week, round 2, ding ding. Okay, so we're in the second round. We've made it through the first round. We've completed everything about what we had to do about getting clear about what we wanted. So we had about 7 questions to answer, didn't we? So what we want to do now is, in that round 1, we talked about the biggest obstacles. Well, those biggest obstacles actually are our problems, okay? So what we want to do here in this session today is that we actually want to identify what those actual problems are, okay? Now, all we're going to do is identify what they are, why they're actually holding us back, and then what we're going to do about them. That's pretty much the most simple thing that we're actually going to be doing. This is actually going to be a much quicker video for you today, much quicker training, because I want you to really spend more time working on that than listening to me, okay? So what we want to do is we want to identify the problem. So with your download that you'll see below this video, well, it might be next to the video, but highly likely down below. Well, what I want you to do is download it, and there'll be this sheet set up for you. We'll have problem, why is it a problem, and what we're going to actually be doing about it. So let's run through one, so you just get an idea of what I'm talking about. So we've got a problem. So we have this big problem. So what's your problem? What's your biggest problem that you have? Lacking motivation? Let's make that one. It's really simple, okay? So I might do that in a different, let's do that in a different colour. Let's go red. It really stands out, like we're really lacking motivation. So, lacking motivation. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to ask why. Why are we lacking motivation? Why? Why are you lacking motivation? Could it be that nothing inspires you? Could it be you're really still not clear about what you want to do? Could it be you're more focused on other people than yourself, and you've just been giving so much that you're exhausted? So you might be exhausted, giving to others, haven't found your passion. Might be finding it all too hard, especially like when you've got this big goal of what you want to accomplish, especially in a sport, and you want to do some really big things. Sometimes you lack the motivation because you're more overwhelmed. So you might be overwhelmed because there's so much to do. You might be underwhelmed as well. Mightn't, turn your dial, so to speak. Mightn't excite you at all. So not excited. Let's go not excited. Oops, excited. Right, you see what I mean? So what we're doing is we're trying, not trying, we're actually identifying Why are we lacking motivation, exhausted, giving to others, no passion, overwhelmed, underwhelmed, not excited? Well, let's take it deeper. Let's go why again. Okay, so let's go with one. Let's go overwhelmed. Why? Okay, so why are we overwhelmed? Because you can strip it down. So we'll go why overwhelmed, just so that you know what I'm talking about. So why are you so overwhelmed? What is it? Well, Tiff, I'm overwhelmed because I'm not where I want to be. So not where I want to be. Well, what's another reason why you're overwhelmed? So much to do. So much to do. Almost to the point where you're putting it off, like procrastinate. Might also be, if I put all this effort in, what happens if I don't get there? What happens if I don't accomplish what I really want to accomplish? I might be a failure. So there might be a fear there, right? So fear of failure. Some people have fear of success as well, My big one when I was growing up, pursuing a professional tennis career, I was playing tennis as a kid, as a junior, teenager, and I went out to accomplish this big dream of becoming this tennis player I wanted to become. If you haven't read my book, I talk about that in there. And what I talk about is having that fear of failure. And that was really what was one of the biggest things that actually held me back, that I was so frightened of failing because I didn't believe in me. So there's another one. No belief, right? So we're starting to strip back some things of what's actually going on, aren't we? We'll go with one more because we can put down as many whys as we want to, really. I'll have a few in. There's a few in that in your download. There's a few whys, but you can keep going further if you want to dig deeper. The deeper we go, the better. Okay. So what about we've got no belief? That's a really good one, because I really believe that if you don't believe in you, you're never going to get anywhere. You're not going to accomplish those big dreams and goals. I'm proof of that because I didn't have that when I was playing tennis. I had no belief in me. I thought I was crap. I thought I was useless. I thought I was hopeless. I never thought I'd become the sports person I wanted to become. And I gave up on me when I was 20, pursuing my tennis career. And I was absolutely devastated and lived with regret for like 25 years after that. Don't let that be you, okay? So why no belief? Why no belief? I know that why looks a bit funny. I've spelled it a bit funny, but we'll go with that anyway, okay? All right, why no belief? Well, I don't think I'm good enough, Tiff. I don't think I can make it. So not good. Won't make it. What else could there be? No belief. Don't think I'm worth it. Not worthy. Right? So we could go even a lot deeper. Why do you feel like you're not worthy? Why do you feel like you won't make it? Why do you feel like you're not good enough? We could go much, much deeper. Okay? We want to identify what it is that's holding you back and you're lacking motivation. It might be that you don't feel that you're good enough, you won't make it, and you're not worthy. You're not worthy of anything. And all that, and that stems from you lacking motivation because deep down, you don't believe it's possible. Okay? So that's what we're doing. We're stripping it back, aren't we? We're stripping back the layers and identifying actually what's actually holding us back from accomplishing what we want. Okay? Now, once we've gone through that and we've identified what our problem is and what's actually holding us back, What are we going to do about it? Because that's our next question. So this one's going to take a bit of time, because each thing that's coming up for us, each problem that we're identifying, we've got to go through every problem, strip it back to the core, okay? So what to do about it? Oh, okay. What to do about it? Okay, so we've identified what the problem is, haven't we? We lack motivation. We're starting to strip back the layers, and we've discovered that we don't believe, we're not good enough, we're not worthy. What are we going to do about it? How can we find that motivation? What is it that we can do? Maybe we can start writing out affirmations each day, right? I'll just put affirmations. What else could we do? Meditate, just to help us, just to start calming ourselves down. What else can we do? Go for a walk. When we lack motivation about something, and we've got all this other stuff going on, it's really good that we actually take action. Why don't you just go for a walk? So maybe you got to go for a walk when you feel like you're lacking motivation. Get up and go, I'm going for a walk. Doesn't matter if even it's just for 5 minutes. At least you got moving. Or stand up and just, do star jumps or something. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're doing something. What else could you do about it? You could really start identifying, by you not feeling worthy, you could really start working on, what's some things that I can do to help me feel more worthy? What could I do? Why don't you help others? Instead of focusing on you, help others. Help others, make others feel better. You might do that with your children. If you've got children, you might do that with, go and work in a charity. Go and give some free time to a charity. Go and work with them. Do some... Video stopped again. Go and do some hands-on work with a charity. Right? Makes you feel better. Makes you feel worthy. You see what I mean? So what we're doing is we're creating some action steps on what we need to do to ensure that we're feeling like we're worthy, so that we then become what? Motivated. All right? We then have motivation to do something. Because when we're motivated, that's when we take action. Okay? When we're motivated, that is when we take action. But we have to get ourselves into a frame of mind to take action. So there's actions that we can do. Another great one. Go and do a workout somewhere. Go for a swim. Go to the gym. My big thing is going to the gym. I love to do a workout. Makes me feel so much better. Have a plan about what you're going to start the day doing. Best thing to go and do is to go and do an activity in the morning. Start the day in a successful way. And I'll just share something else with you just before we finish this up. My niece, she's now 12 at me shooting this video, and she's been swimming. So she's starting to do a lot of swimming training and so on. She's going into high school this year. And what she's finding is that she's not really that motivated in the afternoons. When she has to go to swimming training in the afternoons, she doesn't really want to go. She doesn't want to get out of bed early sometimes. She feels a bit tired. And then she's a bit sluggish throughout the day. And then she puts on this act about how she doesn't want to go to swimming training in the afternoon. And I said to her, well, why don't you go and... Because if you're anything like me, I function best in the morning. That's my best time of the day. So another thing is also to figure out what your best time of the day is to go and do activities. And I said, well, why don't you swim, do your swim training in the morning, because you're a morning person anyway. Get up early, go and do your swim training, get it out of the way. And I said, not only that you'll get it out of the way, you'll feel so much better because you've actually moved your body, you've taken some action. And I said, it sets you up for a successful day. So why not do that? Okay? by you not feeling all these things and you're lacking motivation, if you're doing things, it helps motivate you, and then it makes you feel what? So much better about yourself, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got some work to do in this one, haven't we? I know I've probably spoken a bit longer than I wanted to in this video today because I want you to get into it, but that's what we're going to do, okay? So I want you to dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams, share what you like best about what you saw in this video today, and I want to hear from you what you got out of it, okay? So get to work. So that's it, isn't it? That's what we're doing, the behind the scenes stuff. But now it's your turn. It's your turn to actually go and do the work. It's your turn to put this into place, okay? You've got to leave a comment as well. I want to hear from you, all right? Talk soon. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you haven't yet downloaded the #1 deadly mistake athletes make sure you go to tiffany-mika.com and download the #1 deadly mistake athletes make. Share with me what you like best about what you heard in the comments section wherever you hear this episode. Share with your friends that you know that would benefit from these episodes, and please leave a 5-star review wherever you hear these episodes. I would really appreciate it. Dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. Have an absolutely awesome day.